Mhm. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday.
In progress.
Oh,
I hear babies. Hello, hello.
I cannot see myself.
Hi, Coach Aya.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome.
Good evening.
Hi there. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Get all my stuff out here. Let's see. Got some more people coming in. What is this? Somebody want- Okay, I'm about to do that. Let's see. Okay.
did you want us to hide our video or be on there?
Feel free to join in. I'd love to see
Okay.
your faces. You know, I haven't gotten really to see everyone because of the COVID and the.
I know. I wasn't sure because it was, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm usually behind my little icon too. So please, I'd love to see you all.
Billy, you want to say hi?
I'm still letting people in and we're gonna get started very shortly. Hi, Miss Alon.
Hi.
All right, so I know we got some people in transit. Brother Masa is here. And while people are coming in, I'm gonna try to set up some of the stuff I wanna share with you all tonight. I've been running like crazy today, so bear with me. Damn.
Hell, hey, come on, you gotta come. We got orientation. Remember?
All right, somebody had a little bit of a spill, sounds like.
Huh?
Mute
Huh?
yourself, whoever that is. I'm sorry about your food.
If my mom says it's
What was that? I feel real bad right now. I think I want to send you some food or Uber Eats or something. What was that? Oh, so sorry.
you haven't had one in like 5
Are you, are you muted?
I'm gonna give folks 2 more minutes, 7:10, and then we're gonna rock and roll, okay? Everyone, I appreciate your patience. We have quite a few people still trying to get in. All right, 1 more minute, and then we're gonna begin. I see some information in the chat. If you, let's see, you can now send, okay. If you have any questions towards the end, we're gonna do a Q&A. So in the chat, if anything strikes you interesting and you have a question, if you could type your question in the chat, and I will try to get to it during the call. Let's see. So let's begin. Hope everyone had a good week. How's everybody? Thumbs up? Good. All right. So in case you don't know who I am, I'm Coach Ia Shakoya Caraday, affectionately known as Coach Ia or Coach. Hi, Coach Samaya. Coach Samaya is here. And I am the owner and CEO of the Athletic Arts Academy NJ LLC. I started as a club owner in 2005 in Orange. Uh-oh. Somebody mute, please. Tell me if something goes weird with the sound. And prior to that, I was a coach. And prior to that, I was a gym mom. I had competitive gymnasts as my 2 daughters. And that's how I was introduced to New Jersey's competitive gymnastics formally. But prior to that, I was also a high school gymnast. I was fortunate enough to have a school district that had gymnastics as a part of their athletics program. And that's where I was really interested first. Well, and I would say even roll back to tape, my real first experience with gymnastics was, of course, flipping on the sidewalk in the parking lot And of course, discarded furniture, as we like to say. I don't like to say the dirty mattress because I would hate to think that I actually, as a child, did that. But of course, if it was discarded and it had springs, I was on it. So risking life and limb and praying that you landed on your feet. If you didn't tell your mom, because then you got in trouble because you was doing stuff you wasn't supposed to be doing. So that's a little bit about my background. I'm now a level 9 judge. I've taken my national coaching certification in Texas. And my goal with Athletic Arts is to be a part of a network of local extracurricular activities that build a bridge for our children for their future. So gymnastics is really like an umbrella to which we use to kind of give other education and life lessons and experiences, etc. So I'm here basically we got a lot of new families joining, and with the COVID, we haven't had an opportunity to really connect because a lot of conversations over in the past I've been able to have with my parents in passing. And so now in passing is something that we're trying to get back to. So I really appreciate everyone coming on tonight. And I'd really like to take this opportunity to introduce you a little bit more to the Academy, what we have lined up going forward, and how these things, what we are going to be offering, and how you can participate as we start to get back to what it is that we typically do. So the first thing I would like to start with in talking about are the summer classes. And so some of you are coming from the class program. And so we have two, in terms of gymnastics, we have two tracks. One of them are the classes and the other one is team, our competitive program. And the only difference really with those two programs is desire. If a student wants to be on a competitive program and the parents support them in that effort, then they are welcome to join. In the class program, they may have other sports going on. They may just want to try to do the gymnastics a little bit, try it out, see how much they really like it, or they just enjoy it, but they're not really a big fan of, being in front of people and going through the rigors, I want to say, of competitive gymnastics. So our summer schedule is a little bit different than our September through June schedule. One reason is because of daylight savings time, in that we have a little bit more daylight and heat. So we want to try to get our activities done as quickly as possible and get everybody back home. So some things shift around, also because previously families would go on vacation during the summer and sometimes classes would thin out. As we start to get back into what is the quote unquote normal, we are trying to keep the schedule as close to what it was during the fall, winter, spring session. So let me put up the schedule. Let's see if I can pull it up. And you can take a look at it. Share screen. All right, there And let's see if I can blow that up a little bit. Are you able to see that fairly well? You want it bigger? Somebody give me something in the chat if it's too small. I'll go a little bigger. So what you're looking at is the summer schedule. On one side is by day and the other side is by class type. Some new programs that we are bringing into the fray. We have added the threes into our fold. So we have some classes going now for our 3-year-olds based on popular requests or popular demand. And we also have on Saturday a Bring Your Grown Up to Gymnastics Day. And that essentially is, of course, adult child gymnastics class, which some of you will probably be familiar with. So those are some new things we are doing. The age 3s, we have an opportunity for the 3s to participate independently. And then we also have our 3s that, you know, the parent may want to participate in the, well, we actually, our 2s and 3s will be able to participate in, please, participate in the class with your 3s. If you have any questions about the summer classes, remember, drop it in the chat. So your Monday nights, if you have Monday nights, 5 to your 4 to 5.5, you're still the same. You still have your same time frames, except for on Wednesdays, you're going to be pushed down a little later to 5 to 5:45. So everything is pretty much more consistent across versus the 4:45 and the 5 o'clock, all that kind of stuff. 7s, you're still in the same place on both days, Saturdays and Wednesday. We've added another class for the 5.6 to 6-year-olds on Wednesday nights. So if you want to have them, you know, and what we're trying to do too is give you guys an option, you know, to take Saturdays off. So, or split it up around your schedule. So we really, you know, went into the schedule a little bit more and tried to even it out and give each age group an opportunity to have either more days a week or more flexibility in the schedule. And let's see, I got this in front of me, that shouldn't be there. And so if you look at it, you can look on it side by side. Now, all of these forms that you see today, I'm going to email everybody who signed up, and it'll be posted on the website too, so that you can kind of see it at a glance, as opposed to going to the registration page and having to do the drop down and all that kind of stuff. Because I realize that some of you have multiple ages of your family members that take classes. So if you wanted to just look at your particular age group, say that like age 4 to 5.5, you can see, okay, boom, here's the classes that are available. All right. Maybe I should do this in between. So if you have any questions about the class schedule or any kind of questions about class structure, any questions that you think you might have, you can pop on and I'll try to answer them really quickly. Okay, thank you for the serenade. I'm going to assume that we don't have any questions about that.
I have a question.
Yep.
So the team A3 would practice every day in the summer?
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Team A3. So to whom am I? Is this Miss Clarissa?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good question. So Team A3, what you don't see are Saturday trainings. So you're going to be doing 4 days a week because you do not have Saturday practice. And you are splitting your 6 hours over 4 days as opposed to 3. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a little later in the day, but you don't have Saturdays.
Okay.
All right, and hopefully, and I know you travel from Jersey City, right?
Yes.
So hopefully that will keep you from having to be in summer traffic, trying to get here by 6 o'clock.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for asking that. Now, Power Cubs, any Power Cub families up here? And I can tell you a little bit about the difference of the Power Cubs, because I guess I'm going right into the team program, about the difference between the Power Cubs and Team A3. So the Power Cubs are a group that started in March of this year, and they are essentially age 5 and 6. I think we have, we don't have any 7s, do we, Coach Samaya? It's just 5 and 6, right? Are you there?
Yeah,
So
just 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Okay, so 5 and 6 year olds, what in the industry we call our pre-teamers, but our competitive levels actually start, they're able to be allowed in sanctioned meets at the age of 5. So they actually will begin competing in the fall. So they're starting to get ready for that. Our Team A3 is currently age 7 plus, and they're age 7 to maybe 15, 16. And so that's the difference. The levels are still basically the same. The only difference is these girls are new, but next year they won't be so new. So that's the difference between Team A3 and the Power Cubs. So if there's anyone, if there's anyone out there who is interested in joining those programs, now is the time. Summer is kind of like our leap season. This is when we really, start training new skills. We start getting choreography. We start organizing ourselves for the fall and winter, spring competitive season. And I could talk a little bit more to you about that. We probably would have to do a separate team call so that we can get into that. But while I'm there, let me just pull up and show you what do we have any more questions before I move on about the classes? I do want to share about payments for classes. I really tried to be as accommodating as possible last season with payments because I know that we had a lot of concern about, if someone was feeling ill and they, wanted to keep their child at home, or they didn't feel well, keeping the child at home is very important. And I think that's going to continue to be important going forward. So we want to try to offer flexibility with payments and registering for and reserving classes. However, we encountered a lot of problems with people booking classes, not showing up, or booking classes and not paying before taking the classes. And so, maybe they do it afterwards or whatever, but it really presented a lot of effort on our behalf that we could be applying towards being in the class or managing the program better. So what you're going to see when you go online now is that in order to book the class, you have to pay for the class. And that will be a confirmation that you are guaranteed that your space is reserved. Or you can pay for the summer, which is 8 weeks. And I believe in maybe for, I think the Monday, because of the holiday, it might be 7 weeks, but it's suggested or something for that. But at any rate, you you can do that as well. We heard you when you said, oh my God, I got to get on this computer. I got to try to book this class, and then I got to go back in and do it again. And I got to go back in and do it again. And oh, I'm busy and I forgot. And, now it's full. So we try to, make it a win-win for both of us. So you will also notice that if you book the entire summer, you will be booking at last year's rate. You will see that you will see the difference, and it's not much between the per class rate. So we are encouraging people to book ahead so that we know what our class rosters are going to look like ahead of time. We can get those Zoom links out earlier because everything is guaranteed. We don't have people coming in 5 minutes before class starting, needing Zoom links. So, that's something that you're going to see going forward. Let me get into, let me see if I can see. I want to make sure. Coach, if you have anything you want to share, just jump right on in there, okay? Since we started talking about Team A3, let me see if I can get, this is a combination of last year's and this year. So you can see because some people are like, well, what is competition? What do the fees look like? What does it entail? And this is a combination of actually like 2019. And I'm currently working on it for 2021-22 season. So this is our uniform from pre-pandemic. So this just gives you an idea of some of the things that we are looking at when you join the team program. You will need a uniform. You may or may not need choreography. And so what is that? That means that your athlete is doing an individualized routine that's made especially for her to compete, in which to compete. That is not the case for everybody. We do normally for new competitors, we will come up with one routine that everybody does, because then they get to look at each other. They get to see it repetitively as they're learning how to follow along choreography. And it's just a whole lot easier for them. They do get confused. We have choreographed routines that essentially went in a straight line. And sure enough, somebody's little baby got up there and did her whole little thing in a circle and looked at the judge and just ran off the floor. So, if by having them have something where they could see a girl or two in front of them, we found is usually quite helpful, especially when they're like 5-year-old and they're nervous and they don't really get what's going on, but they soon become pros. We are members of USA Gymnastics and AAU. And basically what that means is that they provide sanctions for our meet, meaning insurance and regulations for our meets. We host meets. And yeah, I didn't even get to any of this, but I do want to let team parents know that we have the Hunger Gymnastics Challenge is going to take place in November of this year. So get ready. These are some of the meets that we traditionally do. Pumpkin Cup, which is and again, a lot of this is to be determined because everybody is just kind of figuring out what they're going to be doing. But Hunger Gymnastic Challenge for us is already on the books. We have our sanction, and we will be hosting our first meet at that time. So we will be preparing for that immediately. And then I'll talk to you all a little bit more about that. Any questions about the team program that I can answer quickly now, or we can table until later?
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
My question is for the team. I'm Esmeralda's mom, by the way. For the team, is it 3 times a week during the year? How many times a week is the commitment during the year?
Okay, so Esmeralda is how old now?
She's 7 now.
She's 7. Okay, so she is in, let's go, let me see if I can go back.
So she's been taking the 5 to 6 class because she just turned 7, but for the summer, I registered her to take the 7 and up class.
Right, so she would be in the team A3, which is the 7 and above.
Yeah.
And they are Monday through Thursday for the summer, 7 to 8:30.
Okay. And then during the year, is it the same? Because the summer, is more flexible, but during the year, I'm trying to plan, I know that
Right.
it's so far ahead.
During the year, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 to 8:30, and then Saturdays, 2:30 to 4:30.
Okay, so 3 times a week, 2 hours, and then
Yes.
usually the competitions or the meets are in the weekends.
Almost always. And
Okay.
with the return, it's almost predominantly on Sunday and with overflows on Saturdays, like when we have state meets and it's got 1,100 kids in it, you might, and this has been before, I don't know what's happening now. A lot of this is really new.
Yes.
And not as many clubs competed this past year, but previously overflow has even gone into Friday evenings. So, but typical 95% of the time, especially a 7-year-old beginner will be competing on a Sunday.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank
Okay.
you so much. Yes.
Mhm. Yes, and so also just a quick question, about that is that, like everything else, we have qualifiers. We try to present a number of opportunities for an athlete to qualify to the next level. So they have an opportunity to get that score. Once they get that score, they qualify, they can move on to like a sectional. Once they qualify sectionals, they can move on to state. Once they qualify to state, they can go to regionals. So that's kind of how that kind of works. So you may not have to do every meet. Sometimes you have a family event that clashes with that particular day, but your athlete can get that score at another event that we have on the calendar. So that's why we try to present it as early as possible so that you can be able to, plan your day around that. That's the team program. Anything else? Anybody else about team or classes? I want to go to summer camp.
Wait. What you got to move? With my
Are we
card.
good? Okay. Try to mute yourself if I can't get to it. All right, let's move on to summer. Some of you are enrolled in summer. Some of you might be thinking about summer camp is in person. We are a licensed summer camp. That means that we go through all of the background and reviews, licensing protocols presented or required by the state of New Jersey to host our summer camp. All of our coaches are background checked, and they are also have a minimum to a high level of training to be able to do what they do. They have to receive some training, of course, in CPR, first aid, and child protection training. So let's talk a little bit about what we need to have a successful summer camp. So if you don't know anything about summer camp, we have a variety of options. You can come, you can take just a week. And I see some of you signed up for a week. Hi, Ms. Eliza. Good to see Lily. You can sign up for a week. You can sign up for 4 weeks, and you can sign up for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. And each time those bundles give you just a little bit more savings on our week to week. We also accept program for parents. So, you know, if you have program for parents and you want to utilize that with us, you just, get us the paperwork and we'll help you get that started. We are pretty much at 75% capacity. So over this next 2 weeks, I expect that to close out. And everything again is done online. It will ask you for a deposit, and then you will be invoiced for the balance, which is due by June 26th, I think it said. So let's talk about, a little bit about what it looks like. We'll get into the schedule, and then hopefully, if I did not lose my VIPs, I would like for them to come on and talk a little bit about introduce themselves, and also to introduce themselves and talk a little bit about what they're going to be doing with our camp program. So we have some VIPs in the building. So just some basic stuff. It's an all-day camp. We are very active, as you can see from our schedule. The minute they come in, we start a warm up. They're hitting the floor. They're going to be, they're going to be having their learning bridge, which is most of the schools send home a summer packet, or you might just, we encourage families to have some type of workbook or reading or whatever, if you want to design it, so that the kids can keep their, skills up. For their return back in September, they will go back and forth between a switch out between that and their gymnastics. They do gymnastics every day. And when we say gymnastics, we're talking about skill training, flexibility, strength training, agility training, all of those things. So they're going to be doing that every day. Then we're going to meet. Let me do it. I might as well do it right now while I'm here, so I can let Miss Alon. Miss Alon, where are you, dear? Can you come on?
Hi, how are you? How is everyone?
Can you all, maybe let me stop sharing my screen, and then maybe they can see you a little bit better. Oh. How do I stop doing it? This is crazy. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
All right. Can everyone see? Are you still seeing my screen or are you seeing the big screen?
Your screen. Let me see.
I'm looking for stop share. It's not lit. Oh, there it is. Been big red. Hey. All right.
Hello. Okay, so just wanted to introduce myself. Alon Saunders. I've known Ia for over 20 years. I actually was, I guess I heard she was my mentor as a teenager at high school. I'm a certified elementary teacher in East Orange, New Jersey. I've been teaching in East Orange for over 10 years. I have experience with children from infancy through middle school, and I'm very excited to be working with your gymnast this summer and to be back with Coach E again. So really looking forward to a great summer helping your children academically, making sure everybody is sharp and ready for school in September.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Miss Alon. Miss Alon, let me tell you, she's being very modest, but you know, she just identified herself as a very dynamic young lady right from the start, and she has not stopped since. She comes from a long line of teachers, like, I mean, power teachers.
Third generation.
See, and that's something. And she is carrying that legacy on strong, and I'm super excited to have her join us this summer and being able to, you know, help the kids, like she said, academically, but also she is just a great role model. And also she did not include that she is also a small business owner, an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So if y'all want to get some nice shea butters, I got mine right here. I'm getting low too, so I got to get, you know,
Okay.
you know, and we and I don't know if you got a chance, we'll go back to the schedule, but we're going to be asking Miss Alon to, you know, guide our young people in just thinking about entrepreneurship and doing little projects and things around there, at which she is extremely creative with. And I'm just like really excited. And it's so wonderful how things fell into place for us to be able to do this. So I'm super excited for your kids this summer. They're going to have a blast. I'm going to be having a blast. I don't know about them, but I'm going to be having fun. But I think, you know, they're just going to have a great time. Thank you, Miss Alon, for,
Thank you.
you know, reaching out. And I'm super excited about that. Everybody say, hey, Miss Alon.
Can't wait to meet everybody. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Okay. And let me see. So also, you know, if you're hearing what's going on, you will hear that there was a purpose behind the name Athletic Arts Academy. And we are very supportive of the bond and the connection between athleticism, intellectualism, and artistry. So with that, we try to build our programs to always be mindful of those aspects when we're teaching. Trying to not only teach our kids to do tricks and things like that, but what are you learning as you go along? You know, what are you developing that you can carry beyond the gymnastics performance per se? What is it that triggers you or triggers that talent or that genius within you? And one of those things that we take pride in doing during the summer is art. So let me see if I can scroll over. Brother Mansa Musa, are you still here? Can you come on? If I lost him. I think I might have lost him. Okay, so we have, and Mansa Musa has been, let me see if I still have his profile up. But Mansa Musa has been, oh gosh, has been doing art instruction during the camp for the last 2, maybe 3 years. And he's coming back this year to do a photography art project with our kids. So every week we will have and I want to try to pull up let's see if I can get it. There it is. I want to try to pull up and share with you his background a little bit. And I'm really sorry that I lost him, but I know we had a multitude of things going. Let's see if I can get it. So this is Mansa Musa, and he is a national leader now. I would say international, because he's done work all over the country as well as in Cuba. These are some of his artworks and other places. I'm gonna try to see if a lot of work with Alvin Ailey. So here we go. Oh yeah, international. I can't even keep up with all the stuff that he's done. So we got Cuba, West Africa, South Africa, Paris, the Caribbean. So he's been doing and does a lot of work with children, seniors, lot of work with galleries around the world, Ghana, New York, Newark. He's an absolute staple in Newark, hailing out of West Orange, and is just fabulous with the kids. He's very energetic, gets the kids going, helps them to, utilize different materials to present work. And one of the things that he and I were discussing was creating our gallery in the back. So when you come to see the classroom where the hallway and everything is, we have a lot of blank space that we will be starting to create our children's gallery. So this summer is going to be our charter club, so to speak, with artwork that we develop during the summer being featured on in this gallery. So these are some of the works. Let's see if we can see. It won't get any bigger, but okay. But if you can see some of the type of work that he utilizes. Okay, so we got a real heavy hitter set here happening. It's not just gymnastics. We are really trying to broaden the horizon of our participants and helping them to just explore and define, what they like, what they don't like, what interests them, open a window to see if they're curious about learning more. And, in the meanwhile, keeping in shape, but also, being able to learn how to, center oneself through working out and then resting and then playing and then creating. And then, so that whole cycle is what we're trying to do for the summer. Any questions about anything we've said up until there? Everybody good? Everybody's excited? I think you can put a little thing in there if you are going to be participating this summer, either in camp or in classes. What are the hours of summer camp? Okay, great. Let me try to let me see what's in this chat too. Here we go. Oh, can't see the schedule page, just the classes page. Okay. All right. Hours of summer camp. So the hours are 8 to 4. Let me see if I can get back over there. The hours are 8 to 4. We have before and after school care. Doors open generally at 7:50. 8:15, like I said, we do warm up. We go throughout the day. Oh, I have one more VIP that he's not coming on, but we also will be having, and I want to give Coach Samaya a round of applause because I said, Coach, we're going to teach skateboarding and roller skating. I was like, do you know how to skateboard and roller skate? She was like, I guess skateboarding, no, you know. And I said, well, you're going to be teaching it. Okay. So she just jumped into action. She has done such a fabulous job. I don't know if we have anybody in here who was in the skate program, but she has done a fabulous job teaching our kids the basics, safety, keeping them strong with the skate program. We bought some skateboards, helmets, scooters for our summer camp last season, and they have been going strong and using them all year. And so while we will not, and if anybody is on the program, while we will not be having the summer program in the evening, the skate program in the evening, because it's just so much else that we have to accomplish right now, we will be having it during summer camp. And but Coach, you're gonna have some relief. So we have a young man that I connected with by the name of Corey Jones. He is a young man coming out of Newark who has been teaching skating up and down the East Coast, comes right out of Newark, is a black belt, just, you know, an all around great young man. He's going to be teaching via Zoom. So we're going to be taking skate lessons on Mondays, and then they will be having opportunity to practice during the week. So he promised that we will do skate lessons, which is basically going to teach them all the new little tricks and stuff they see on Instagram. And I'm gonna be in there too, trying to learn so I can get my skate on. But during the week, I see you laughing, Miss Carol. The kids know I will put my skates on in a minute. But listen, we need to get the adults. I know y'all be leaving me hanging. Where Miss Jessica? We gonna be doing, you know, we say we're gonna do all this stuff, and then it's like, oh my gosh, my week was so hard. I just need to take it down. You know, but no, we're gonna be lacing up this fall. So you know, he's gonna be setting the foundation for, you know, what that program is gonna be looking like. But Coach Samaya will be our you know, our in-person teacher who will be basically helping the kids figure it out, you know, like they're going to see, and he's going to be talking, and she's going to be like really backing them up. And then also, you know, during the rest of the week, as you can see, they have plenty of opportunity for their skate, open skate. So I'm gonna also, I know I'm running out of time, but I'm gonna send you all, and it's gonna also be published, our skate manual, which gives you all the information you need to know about the padding, helmets, things like that. We do have some things available already at the camp, but we do encourage you to get them their own, so that they can have their own helmet, their own pads, their own, you know, skates. And they can, and this is completely optional. We will always have something else if that's not something they want to do. But trust me, once they see everybody doing it and they ain't nobody worse than them or better than them, they'll go ahead and try it out. So, you know, we encourage them to get out there and learn how to do it safely so that when they do want to go to the rink or they do want to go to the skate park, you know, they're a little less likely to come home talking about they need to go to the emergency room. So, you know, okay, so that's our goal. And also, if we could get them to do some tricks, that's going to be, you know, that's going to be like the icing on the cake. So, let me just talk real quickly about some of the other things we want to be doing. And I know you like, oh my gosh, coach, how you going to get all this stuff done? Trust me, we're very ambitious and we usually get everything done. This is a co-ed camp. So we want to make sure that, you know, it's not just a bunch of gymnastics and dance and the boys is like, okay. So, and even some of the girls who are like, I don't really care for dancing, you know, we're going to be introducing them to hand tools this summer, like how to properly use a hammer, how to use a screwdriver, how to, you know, and by the way, I just want to let you know that I was a journeyman, a carpenter back in one of my previous lives. So and most of the stuff that you see in this gym, I have built. So they're going to get some first, and one, you know, when you all get that, you know, they want that new desk from IKEA, they'll know exactly what to do with it. And so we're going to be doing some little things, little projects, even if it's just learning how to hammer a nail or, you know, hang a picture frame or something like that. So we're going to just be doing some little fun stuff like that. And I have the whole setup for them. So it's going to be really cool. Also little things like we also have sewing machines. So we're going to try to make sure to get to that so that they can learn how to do little projects. So all of that, you know, to kind of give them a really fun, kooky, eccentric kind of experience this summer. And hopefully out of that, and what I have seen during my career doing this, ever since I opened the gym, I've been doing summer camp. And prior to that, I had a childcare center. So these are all things, you know, my kids had the kitchen set up, they built outside, they gardened, they did everything. So, and Miss Alon can attest to that. She was she started out as one of my childcare teachers and then went on to become, right? Miss Alon, we could still probably recite the whole album of Ella Jenkins. I still remember.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, we, you know, this is just what, you know, we try to do to support people like Miss Alon who are on the front lines, school teachers, to support you as parents as you're trying to develop your children to be the best that they can be. We're community partners, and we hope that you will spread the word about what we're doing. I don't know if Miss Tamika or Miss Kathy is here. I didn't see them sign on, but they are a part of our parent group who have really been in the trenches with our meets and how we host meets and things like that. It's going to be a little bit different. We are doing a partnership or a collaboration with Forest City Brewery this year. Because of the COVID, we want to have the space more so for the athletes. So we're sending all the grownups over to the brewery to watch the meet, sports event style. They're going to do their we're going to have gymnastics tailgating over at Forest City. If you don't know what Forest City Brewery is, it's right across the train tracks from us. You can walk under the underpass, and they have a brand new, beautiful brewery there. It's owned by firefighters, a team of, you know, friends who are firefighters and members of the community who opened up a brewery. They got lovely gal. It's just lovely. So we're gonna send folks over there, you know, all the assistant coaches, AKA parents who coach from the sidelines. We're gonna send them over there. You can get a non-alcoholic beer. You can get a beer with peaches in it. I don't know what all that stuff is, but at any rate, you can go and relax, you know, and then walk back over and, you know, we can do the award ceremony and, you know, everybody can have a good time. So, and I was thinking we might do a meetup over there just so we can get to know the facility a little bit more. I've never been over there. I've been too busy, but I drive past there every day and it's beautiful. So maybe we'll do like a parent meetup or something in September. Once you all have gotten all the kids back to school and you're like dizzy from all of that. And we could do a parent meetup and go over there and talk about the upcoming season. Miss Coach Samaya, did you want to say something real quick? Because everybody probably knows Miss Coach Samaya more than they do me, because she's out usually at the front signing all the kids in. Say a few words, please, and then we're gonna close out. I will check the chat for questions and get back to everybody.
Hey.
That's what she looks like without the mask on, right?
Oh man, you put me on the spot. It's nice to see parents' faces without masks. It's nice, so I know like what everybody looks like, because I only see about this part of everybody's face. I've been coaching there for 5 years. I love my job. I love, you know, being with the kids. It brings me joy, especially during the pandemic when everything was so sad. Kids bring me life. When we got back in, it was to hear laughter and smiles and, you know, them having fun. That's everything for me. So I'm just excited, you know, to work with the new families. I'm excited to meet your kids, old families. I'm so excited to work with your kids. So it'll be a fun adventure and journey for everybody. That's all I got.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really, again, another protege who is going to go on to do really wonderful things. I've been so fortunate to have young ladies and even some of my young guys come in, great hearts and just really powerful leaders in their own rights. I do see some questions. Thank you, Coach Samaya. I do see some questions really important I want to address if you all have time, just really quickly about the food. Summer, about the food, very important. So I did get in contact with the summer food program, and we decided to opt out of participating in that, basically because the food is going to come in what they call a grab. Let me switch myself over. Basically in what they call grab and go, which means that everything is prepackaged, hot food, cold food, which is fine. But the cold food, the hot food, which they serve about 2 to 3 times a week, is going to come frozen. So that means that we would have to open the package, heat it, which is usually in a tin foil, which means we got to take the food out of the plastic, heat it, and then give it to your child. And I just don't think that is a way to go for health reasons, time concerns, and safety. We don't want to, if we did that, the kids they would miss their whole lunchtime waiting for food, because we got 20 kids we trying to heat food up for. We're not equipped for that. We don't have a full-size kitchen, an oven, and all that kind of stuff. We're getting there. So parents, put on your fundraising hat so we can get a new building with a kitchen, so we can have a chef come in and cook all our kids fresh lunch off the table. So put that on parent to-do list. But right now, you're going to have to bring their lunch with a snack. And we recommend the kids eat before they come. But if you get in a rush and you like, look, take this bowl of cereal and your almond milk or whatever, and you have to eat when you get there, that's fine. They don't have to feel rushed. They'll have time to sit and eat, and then they'll be able to jump into their activities. We have plenty of places for them to eat. We can store there, if you want to send a little container of almond milk just to keep on site, because I know everybody doesn't do cow milk, or you want to send some, you can put it in, label their container, put it in there so they can have access to it. We have a little bit more room for refrigeration because we're not doing the food program, which we used to have to put boxes and boxes of food away. But when you bring the food, make sure, you put it in a thermal lunch packaging. Make sure if you want to send like little chips and stuff like that, get a family size and make some Ziploc baggies. That way, when they eat it, they can zip it and close it back up versus those little pre-packaged baggies that once you pop it open, it stays open. I mean, because I know y'all like to have them potato chip bags getting opened up accidentally upside down in the back of your car and have chips and everything else all over you, right? So let's get them accustomed to using their little Ziploc baggies. And I'm real old school. I reuse my Ziploc baggies. I don't throw them away. I wash them and reuse them. So I got baggies probably from this a year old, but they're clean. Don't judge me.
Excuse me, I just wanted to ask a question. Is there a certain attire that they need to come in for summer, like what they have to wear?
Oh, excellent question. So for the girls, we want them to make sure they have a leotard. We do have some on site that we can provide, but we don't have sizes for everybody. But so a leotard, we really don't encourage 2 pieces, anything with the midriff out. Basic, and I know it's hot. It's gonna be hot, y'all. It's gonna be hot. So this job, you want to lose some weight, it's about to happen. It's about to go down. I'll be looking real slim come September, but y'all, I bulk back up by the time so I just do the whole cycle all over again. But at any rate, the reason why too is because when we're spotting the kids and they are sweaty and slippery, we don't have anything to really get our hands on for safety reason. So we want to make sure that that midriff is covered. And also when they're on the equipment, that their midriff, which a lot of times they rest their bodies on, is not touching the equipment. So there's that. Okay. Hair. Everybody give me the blues about this hair. Now, these B's and the barrettes and the bobos and the X, Y, and the Z, please take them out, please. I know that they are considered the child-friendly, hair protective cutie pie thing. But when we doing gymnastics, those things are like, I don't know what you want to call it, like a weapon, exactly. They flipping and flying around, and the thing is like, bing, hitting them in the face, and they're rolling, and the things on top of their head is digging into their head, and they try to ignore it, but it's uncomfortable. And then they break, right, coach? They break, and when they break, they're very sharp, and we don't want kids to cut their feet on them. I don't want to cut my feet on them, but it becomes a little bit of a safety hazard, and I try to explain that. But and if you just can't live without the beads, put a stocking cap over it so that they don't move around. And this goes for classes as well. For our boys, t-shirt, tank top, they, when they wear the spandex undergarments with the basketball shorts over them, that's a great outfit for them to be able to dress up in, because when you're sitting on the floor and you're stretching and this, that, and the other, you want to be able to move freely. You don't want to feel like everybody going to see all your personal business. So always encourage the boys to wear, to wear that. Bring an extra change of clothes. Things happen. They'll be in the bathroom. They turned the water on too fast. Now all their clothes is wet. We don't want them sitting around in wet clothes. They're sitting at the table. Somebody accidentally knocked something over. Now they need to change their clothes. They don't have a change of clothes. Things happen. So always have a change of clothing, especially on Fridays. Yes, somebody asked a question about water play. Weather permitting, we will be doing water play. For our new people who are like, what is that? So essentially we have like this gigantic industrial size hose that we run from the bathroom, and we do water balloons, we do buckets, we turn the hose on, we sprinkle, we dance in the rain, and we do that right outside in the front because it's safe. We don't go anywhere. We can keep track of everybody. We go out for a little while. They have a whole bunch of fun and it's just water play. Okay. And so in that sense, when you talk about what they should wear, you want to have some water shoes. You don't really want flip-flops because the ground is a little bit uneven in places. You want that little plastic shoe, you know what I'm talking about, that you go take to the water park or whatever, so they don't have to worry about slipping or tripping or anything like that. But yeah, they have fun. We throw water balloons, we toss them back and forth to see who can catch it without it bursting. We do teams. It's all kind of a lot of fun stuff that we do. Was there any other question? I think I talked about the food. Let's see if I can get the chat up. When does Team A3 begin for the weekly schedule? The first Tuesday. Tuesday starts our regular, which is July 6th. Mm-hmm. Will skates be provided? We have skateboards to share. We do not have roller skates to share. Roller skates are personal. So if you want them to learn roller skating, you need to get them some skates. How will they spend time outdoors? Yes, a lot of the warm up, weather permitting, will take place outdoors. Jump ropes, we take jump ropes outside. They start learning different jump rope techniques, speed rope techniques. We do cross foot, 1 foot, back and forth, shuffle, skip, jump. They do all that. And then we also go outside. We do sidewalk art. We have horseshoes and just hula hoops, all kind of stuff. You name it, we got it. Can they be part of, if the child is signed up for camp? That's a good question. Can they be part of the team? So here's what's going to happen, folks. Team, you that is doing camp. Some of you that you will be in full-time camp, but that will not completely satisfy your requirements for team. So I suggest that you, and I will talk to those parents individually, because we do a little bit something special with them when they sign up for camp and they do team. But my recommendation, and this is what I do as a coach, I recommend that you do, if you have to do camp, you're probably, it's because of childcare reasons, but that you also do team, maybe take a couple of nights off instead of doing every night, but do some evening teams. Are there trips? We do not leave the site. We don't leave the site. We stay right here. The only place we go is out front. Haley is excited. Yay, Haley. I'm excited too. Anything special? We bring in lunch to camp, and will they wear masks? Yes. Let me see if I can, well, I'm not gonna pull it up right now, but I will email it to you and let you know about, even though a lot of the retail stores and the business sector is open up, as far as childcare is concerned, we are all adults are required to wear masks. Inside, the children are required, not required. They're saying that they can or cannot. It's up to our discretion. So we will be wearing masks. The kids will be wearing masks. We will still continue to social distance as much as possible, basically because look, you need some space, and the kids are going to be wanting to gravitate towards each other, which is why they need to wear the mask. So that's and those are the rules that have come down out of Trenton as far as what summer camps, youth camps, licensed camps are supposed to be doing this year. But we already kind of suspected that we are fully prepared to do that. Any questions about the mask wearing? I know that's kind of an interesting topic, an important, very important topic right now. But yes, we will be wearing masks. The kids will wear masks. We definitely give, during the summer, we have like 100 fans going. We have fresh air circulation. We will be going in and out to get fresh air. We take breaks to get fresh air. So, and we, do our absolute best to keep the kids healthy and happy during summer camp. All right. And I think that's it. Go ahead, Coach.
Also, earrings.
Don't bring them. Don't look. Just strip it down. Strip it down.
Because even if they're tiny, they still tend to fall out of kids' ears. I've had girls with little studs coming in with 2 earrings, leaving with 1, and the parents like, well, she left her earring at the gym, she lost it, and the gym is huge. We look for it, and then if it's on the floor, a kid can step on it, and it's just so. Just please take the earrings out. Just don't bring them. It's a hazard, and we don't want you losing beautiful jewelry to look cute while you're sweating. So just leave them home so everybody can be safe and you don't lose out on money for the beautiful jewelry that you buy for your children or grandchildren or nieces and nephews.
Absolutely. This is a come as you are zone. Braid it up. This is the last time you see this little puff right here, because this is going to be braided up. I'm telling you, it's going to be some serious sweating going on. So we get all ready for the sweat. That's all we're doing. We don't want to be worried about earrings, jewelry, fingernails. Oh, please, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I've seen it. We don't want our young children coming in with the acrylics. Please don't do it.
And to make sure the hair is secure.
Yeah.
Like, bring extra bobos or something, because when it gets hot.
Don't say bobos. No.
Oh no, I'm sorry, like little hair ties, sorry. That's what I grew up calling them, that little hair ties, to bring extra. Because sometimes, when the kids start sweating, they sweat their hair out of the ponytail that's in, and we could just fix it really quick. But just make sure it's secure, especially if they have, the long braids or anything that could fly in the face with the bangs, headbands, just so everybody's safe while they're flipping and rolling and playing. That's really it with the hair and everything.
Yeah, the earring thing is really important, because ain't nothing like trying to step on one of those little ball earrings in the back. Oh no thanks. So that's it. Thank you, Miss Desiree. That's one of my are you still here, Miss Desiree? Where are you? She probably got like 3 phone calls. She's probably on here. She on Instagram Live and on Clubhouse all at the same time. But thank you for joining us. She's also one of our seasoned parents, Miss Desiree Pinkerton Bell, and she'll be here to help any parents who want to come in and join the parent squad. That's what we call them, the parent squad. And we really just have a lot of fun, making events and doing events and stuff like that. All right. If you have any questions about anything else, you got my email address. Just email me. That's the best way. Text sometimes, but email is the best. Miss Carol, so nice to see your face. Miss Nayana, nice to see you.
Thank you.
Who else is in here? Miss Crystal, Miss Terry. Who else? All right, everybody. Up 2 new messages. We're going to, okay, yep, I know. She's like crazy, mad busy. Okay. Miss Renee, all right. All right, everybody. So if that's it, please have a wonderful weekend. Do something fabulous for Juneteenth. And I will see you all, reach out to me if you have anything again. And hi, Miss Renee, I will see you all in July. We're going to be
There are
closed
no
next.
classes tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes,
we have
classes tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Yes,
Okay.
definitely classes tomorrow. But
Okay.
if some people I won't see because they took their last class on Wednesday. But we will be open the 27th through the 1st. If you need to come into the facility for anything in particular, anything that you want, you have to get done. We'll be in here cleaning and putting stuff up and setting up and all that kind of stuff, okay? But the next week, the building will be closed. No business that week. Okay, I'm telling the story. You know I'm gonna be on my laptop, but I ain't gonna be here. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Appreciate you
Bye.
all. Thank you
Thank
so
you, you
much.
Have
too.
a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Good night,
you.
good
See you
night.
tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.